As we come to a close of the current lunar month, we are in the thick of Gemini energy, representing revelation, communication, and exploration. This past lunar season has been all about determining how we show up in the world in our new identity, which could be a new mindset, a new role, a new belief system. We are drawing what was inward and bringing it outward in an extroverted sense through trying new things and speaking our truth. We should be gathering new information from all of these new experiences, not only about ourselves, but about others and about the situations and the opportunities that are presenting themselves to us. Because Gemini is an air sign, there is also a lot of flightiness, and that can be externally. We've definitely seen a lot of chaos happening, but also internally, if you just feel like you're very scatterbrained, sleep patterns can be disrupted, having trouble grounding. That is just the nature of this season right now. This lunar season also represents an increase in that revelation from a spiritual, metaphysical sense, and also from a physical sense. Solar flares are coming off of the sun. I mean, everything ties together and is on that same track of increased revelation and illumination. And this is going to continue as we move into summer. As the light continues to shine brighter, the days get longer. So to sum everything up, we go out each day. We have a new experience. We gather information about that experience. We come back home and we ground back into our bodies through self-care practices such as meditation, yoga, just taking rest, calming music, gardening, going on walks, and mindful movement. These grounding practices help balance that mutable, flighty, airy nature of Gemini. So important during this time and continuing on as we enter into the new moon, also in Gemini. So the grounding practices allow us to root, to come back into our bodies so the dust can settle, so we can make sense of what's going on in this new season. The new moon in Gemini represents new beginnings, turning over another leaf, because we've already gotten our feet wet a little bit with the Gemini energy, but now we're really going to put our best foot forward, take in that new information, and sit with it once we move into Cancer season at the end of June. So the new moon in Gemini begins today, which signifies new beginnings, especially with regards to new ideas, communication, creative endeavors, and relationships. It's time to step out into that new identity and speak your truth, your authentic truth. Not only does this show the world who you are, but you are also spreading your seeds of manifestation through your words, which will act as a catalyst for bringing about your dreams and desires. You want to think of your words as law. What you say is what will come to pass. In the Hebrew tradition, the Torah was given to Moses on Mount Sinai during this season. The Torah is the written law. In the Christian tradition, the Holy Spirit, the law that is written on our hearts and minds, was also given during this season. So this means that our word is law and we must be impeccable with our word. Gemini is represented by the twins, which can mean alignment. It's time to connect your talk with your walk with regards to your new identity and your internal truth. You want to align the internal with the external and take action. Words plus actions are what brings about true change. The twins also represent dichotomy, the light and the dark, yin and yang. The increased revelation of the past lunar month and continuing into this lunar month, spiritually and physically, means as the light grows brighter, it reveals what has been hiding in the dark. And aren't we seeing a whole lot of that? Not only will you see this in yourself, but you will see this in others, in your relationships around you, whether they're close relationships, whether they're strangers, and then of course, society and the world at large. There is a lot of triggering going on right now. So be careful not to get wrapped up in all of the intensity of emotion and old habits and patterns. Try to look at the triggering as new pieces of information or even confirmation of realities that you have been running from. Despite the intense energy right now, it's up to you to decide how you operate. Do you operate as the twin who walks in the light in their new identity? Or do you operate as the shadow twin who continues to operate in the dark?